All right, everyone. So, I think it's time for us to go to the next mission. But before we do, let's give ourselves a city encounter.
Yes.
A city event, as we're waiting for the players to confirm.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. I think it's Samuel's turn to read this one.
Heyo! In a rare moment of peace and quiet, you find yourselves looking over the dockside and spend a few minutes discussing how the last mission went down. Mercenaries, eh? Says a voice from behind you. You turn and see a young street urchin. I'm sure you think you are pretty tough, but are you brave enough for a real challenge? So the things we can do are wave the child away. They clearly have nothing of interest for the professionals like you. Or a challenge? Count us in.
What do you all think?
A challenge.
I never turn away from a challenge.
Yeah, bone
All right.
size ready?
Bones.
I agree, my curiosity is piqued. Yes, a challenge, count us in. All right, go ahead, Samuel.
I knew it, they giggle excitedly as you pass a note. You open it. On it are scrawled a few words. Are you brave enough to face the swarm? In a crude drawing of a building that looks a lot like the sleeping lion. When you look up, the child is gone.
Ooh. Okay, so it appears like we didn't actually get anything from this. However, I believe in the board game what happens is when you make this choice, you add a new city encounter card into the deck. So this is a city encounter that leads up another city encounter that has something to do with that. Are you brave enough to face the swarm? So
A chain quest.
it's a chain quest, correct. So we'll just, put that in the back of our heads, and maybe if we do another city encounter and they mention something about the face of the swarm and the sleeping lion, which is the inn, that is what this is going to reference. So cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
These are so neat. I love these.
Yeah, very, very neat. All right, so that was our city encounter. It opened up a new quest. That's it. I'm sorry. So my mistaken. It didn't add a new card to the city encounter deck. It just opened a new side quest for us called the Harrower Hive. So now we actually have 3 options. Ooh, choices. I'm gonna take a check out. Yeah, this is the thing about this game is it's so easy to get so distracted.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily meant to. It's like Skyrim, right? You're not necessarily meant to just go through the whole main quest. There's all these side quests that you can pick up, and looks like there's other different enemies for Sam Antha to fight too. So if we want to help her with that quest, I think that is also another thing we can do. So our choices are to continue the main quest with the Barrow Lair, or we can go to the Underwater Lagoon or the Harrower Hive. My suggestion is to try to go with the one that will help out our personal quests. So I don't think, if that's the case, I don't think either of us will go wrong with the Underwater Lagoon or the Harrower Hive. However, I will point out that Kevin's personal quest is to take out some slimes or oozes.
Yes.
Which the Underwater Lagoon does have.
Oh, is that what that green thing in the middle is?
Yeah, it's an ooze.
Oh, gross. Cool.
Yeah.
Question.
So, yes.
Do things scale to our level, or is for example, is there a 50 level jump that you could potentially do?
Yes. Okay. So there are 2 factors that determine how strong the monsters are. One is it levels as our guild levels. And by that, I mean they take the average of our individual characters' levels, and then I think they divide it. I forgot what the math is, but it's calculated based on our individual characters' levels. The other thing that determines how strong the enemies are is the difficulty of the scenarios that you set. So we are actually on easy difficulty at the moment, and I kind of that's actually what the game does, puts you on purpose. I'm sorry, by default, excuse me, to put you on the easier route. I can increase it to normal, but I think we're still learning the mechanics of the game, and I'm actually still learning how the video game plays versus the board game. So
Yeah.
I'm not as comfortable going to normal difficulty, because what normal difficulty does is it not only increases the difficulty of the monsters, which means that they typically do more damage and have more health, but the coins that they drop, the loot that they drop, are worth a little bit more. So right now the coins are worth like 2 each, whereas I think if you bump it up another difficulty, it'll either go up to 3 or 4 each. But I think for the purposes of the Let's Play, I'm more interested in not frustrating ourselves too much to the point that we fail scenario after scenario, because that's just going to slow down a game that's already so long.
Yeah.
I kind of want to complete this game in a reasonable amount of time, so I don't mind, for now at least, going on easy. If once we start unlocking classes, some classes are very overpowered, and so much so that maybe we might think about increasing the difficulty, because if they're just too much of a walk in the park, I don't think that's fun either. So, but yeah, that hopefully that answered your question, Sam. You will.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to do before we continue is I actually want us to share our personal quests, because that actually does not have to be a secret. And these are, you can think of your personal quest as sort of the backstory of your character, because this is what your character is trying to do and maybe the motivation behind why they are in our guild. And that is the reason why once you meet your personal quest, you retire, because you succeeded in doing what you set out to do when you joined the guild in the first place. So for me, I'll read mine out loud. My personal quest is for the Velvet Witch is Greed is Good. Again, I have to have 200 gold in your possession. There are many high and lofty goals in life. Sick grandmas and epic love. Ridiculous. Only one thing matters, and that is money, 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 money. Getting the most of it and keeping it safe. So I'm kind of a greedy bee, but that's okay. I'm a useful greedy bee. The weight of gold in your purse is a greater feeling than anything else imaginable. Grandmas be danged. So.
Yeah, dang those grandmas.
Darn, yeah, those darn grandmas. If we're going with the same order, Samantha, would you like to go next for Pickle Jar?
So my objective is to kill 20 different types of monsters. The story goes, you remember that very first time an arrow shot from your bow and pierced the heart of a deer, killing it instantly. That feeling of besting your prey on its own turf. But deer are such easy prey. There is far more challenging game out there in the wilds, and you want to experience it all. You do not hunt in order to kill. You kill because it's part of the hunt.
Oh. So that could be interpreted as one of the motivations for your inventions is for the hunt. Yes. Cool. Kevin, Minx.
So mine is kill 3 oozes, 3 lurkers, and 3 spitting drakes. And it says, you must protect your grandma at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
It says,
I don't mind protecting her. I'm just going to take all her money.
Yeah.
The family discount times 2.
There we go.
Creating poison is an art. So many ways to die, so many ways to paint a canvas. You've been happy with your work up until now, but this will be your masterpiece. There are rumors of exotic creatures in the lands around Gloomhaven. If you could just collect a few samples, then you could craft a poison that will preserve your legacy.
Oh, interesting. I think that's fitting for
Poison.
Minx's character. Yes. Creating a new brand of poison. Yes.
Yes.
And last but not least, Sam Ewell, Geode.
Hey, so complete 3 scenarios in the Dagger Forest, then unlock the scenario Foggy Thicket and follow it to the conclusion. They came into your village. They said they owned the forest and demanded payment. When you fought back, the bandits only returned in greater numbers. Now your family and friends are either enslaved or dead. You need to find some help, discover their hideout, and set things right.
So you actually have a personal reason for doing this quest. That's kind of cool. I like that. I just want your money.
My money.
I can sell you my master poison.
That's true. We can sell that on the market. Stick with me. We'll partner.
No. What you do is you either buy the poison or you get poisoned.
Oh.
Genius marketing strategy.
Genius marketing. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Kill the competition. Okay. So it's sounding like we're gonna do the underwater lagoon.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So I will select the quest, and we will go to a road encounter once everybody confirms. I think everybody has to confirm.
Oh yeah. I saw it. Sorry, I
always forget that part.
Okay. We'll cycle
Looks
back.
to be off the coast of the Chain Dial. The ship captain says as he studies the map you found.
That's true. We found a map in that chest.
I won't be mooring anywhere near that wretched place, he says. But I'll get close enough for you to go and explore this underwater cave of yours. With a dinghy and a bit of swimming.
Okay.
It seems like a solid enough deal. So you shake hands and head out into the open water on the captain's trade vessel.
What should we do with the drunken sailor? What should we do with the drunken sailor? Arr.
I love the
Not
narrator's
too
voice
far
too.
out to sea. A large
not
mass of
gonna lie.
land appears on the horizon. After another hour, the captain drops the sails and the ship stalls in the water. Close enough, I'd say, the captain says. Crew's starting to get shifty. We've approached from the west side, so you should be able to find your landmarks when you get near the shore. We'll be waiting for you here when you return. Though if the spirits take you, we won't be waiting too long.
Dun, dun.
You board the dinghy and begin rowing toward the island. Luckily, it doesn't take too much time to find the triangle of rocky outcroppings along the coast, detailed by your map. Rowing to their center, you ingest the horribly constricting breathing spheres and dive down beneath the waves.
Ooh.
After getting your bearings, you manage to see a conspicuous tunnel and swim down through it until it turns upward,
Ooh.
and you emerge from the water into a beautiful earthen cave full of colorful, crystalline plant life. In the distance, you see a pool of water that radiates a vibrant shade of blue. Unfortunately, you also see the more hostile forms of life that inhabit the cavern. Oozes stir at your presence and advance toward you, hungry for an easy meal.
So that's interesting. Maybe we didn't get a road encounter because we didn't actually travel by road.
Yeah.
We traveled by sea. So I did not know that. Huh.
Also,
By the
side
way.
question. How did you get a rock who probably weighs a ton onto a boat in the middle of the ocean?
That's a good question.
Magic and science.
Science.
Cool. So everybody has to choose their secret quest for this mission, this one scenario. I actually have to figure out if I can feasibly do this. Hold on. Maybe.
I'll try this one.
Oh. Huh. I have a two-pointer that I'm wondering if I can actually conceivably do. Should I go for it or not? I'm trying to decide. I might be able to go for it. Because the other one is also easy to do as well, I think. Do I go for the two-pointer? You know what? Go big or go home. I'm going for the two-pointer. Go big or go home. Let's do it.
But you're already home.
We're not in the cave, not in the crystalline cave. Oh, actually, I am made of crystallines, aren't I?
Heyo.
Hey! Hey!
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh boy.
So let's
okay.
assess the situation. we've got a bunch of traps in front of us, so that would be cool if any of you can manipulate the monsters to walk right into the traps. If you're fast enough in the initiative order, so just keep that in mind. They do 2 damage. We've got some forest imps. Oh, they're elites. Dang. These guys have 4 health, but they have innate shield 1. So just know that all of your attacks are automatically reduced by 1 unless you have piercing. The imps fly, so moving them into traps is not going to do anything, just as an FYI. So if you're going to move people into traps, you want the oozes. One thing I need to tell you about oozes and why they're annoying is that they divide into multiple oozes. Every time they divide into multiple oozes, they do lose half their health, but that's still twice as many people attacking you with the same amount of damage as one ooze. So don't take that as a necessarily a good thing if they split, just because they split their health.
Can I switch spots with you?
Yeah. We can switch spots. I'm just going over like the people real quickly. But yeah, you can switch around. You may think, oh well, why don't we focus on the oozes first? Yes, that is a sound strategy. However, one thing that the pixies, that the forest imps do that are nasty, is they like to debuff us. I think they can also curse us, and curse just means that they add a critical fail or automatic miss into our attack decks. And if they have a chance to do that to us multiple times, then we'll have a hard time hitting anything. So I think we have to figure out a good strategy. One thing I will also say is if you stun the oozes, they can't split. But if you immobilize them or disarm them, they still can split, I think.
If you stun the ooze and then take it down to 0 health, does it just auto die, or?
If you stun them and take them down to 0 health, it does automatically die.
Ooh, okay.
The one last thing I will say that could be part of the strategy is, which we have exploited in the board game, because again, this game is so challenging that you kind of have to exploit things like this, is that an ooze can only divide itself if it can create a new one in an adjacent empty square. So if you can somehow surround an ooze so there are no empty adjacent squares, it cannot split. Okay, so just keep that also in mind strategically. Does anyone have any questions before we figure out like what position we're going to be standing in to start? Because that's also going to be critical here.
No.
I think
Okay.
I'm good.
So yeah, I would say take a look at, as always figure out what your first action and attacks are going to be, and make sure that you are positioned in such a way that you can actually do said action. And we probably should also communicate where we're planning on moving to, so we're not blocking anyone.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Let's see, let me take a look at what I'm going to do first. Well, I guess my first question is, can anyone stun or has any plans to stun things?
I have a stun shot for one enemy.
For one? Okay.
Yeah, I was planning on stunning as well, but
How many creatures can you stun?
I think it's just one.
Okay. But you're also attacking with your stun, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I was planning on setting up this round. I can do something else as
Sure.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, so those pixies can fly over those traps, so they're a problem too. So
Yeah. Pixies tend to be also fast in the initiative, just as an FYI. So plan accordingly.
If you, Hark, move over 1 hex, I can stand to your right and make you a little bit more protected.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stand over there. So, go ahead.
If this is agreeable to everyone, we can also move around.
I think. All right. So if I go to the hex right next to, just up, what I can do is I can put another trap right in front of that guy, and then I also have on my bottom card I can do an immobilized shot, but they have to be right next to me. So I don't know if that one's worth it, putting a trap and then also immobilizing
Yeah.
at the same time. But I can't
So
put
just
that trap there at least.
Yeah. The just as an FYI, the Ozes and the Imps are ranged attackers.
Oh,
They
okay.
typically attack in range. So immobilize probably won't be as helpful.
Right.
Probably. Just so you know, if there's another thing. What I'm gonna tell you is I'm gonna plan on moving to the spot right next to Geode, the Cragheart. I'm gonna plan on going there as early as I can and hit both of the Oozes and the Imp on the far right.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Okay. I'm also about to throw Earth on the board in case any of you care. The Cragheart might care if I put Earth on the board.
I'm just doing a setup unless you'd
Okay.
like me to do anything else.
No. Just letting you know that an elemental is about to go up if anyone wants to use it up. Okay. I'm locked in.
Locked in. Locked and loaded. Haha.
So these imps do ranged? Okay.
Yeah, they all typically... Sometimes they might have a attack that's melee. Depends on what card they draw, what action card they draw, but by default they can do ranged.
Well,
Anybody need help figuring out... Yeah, Ben.
Kevin, what are you planning? Are you want to doing ranged or are you trying to get close? Because if I put that trap there, that basically eliminates that path for us if we want to try and go that way.
Well, I was going to go to the right.
Okay, so you're going right. You guys are all going
Yeah,
right.
so
Okay.
if you block off that one, it'll just... Yeah.
Okay, then, alright, I will do that then. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
That's true. If you're shifting to the right, maybe putting the trap directly upper right of you, Pickles. I'm just gonna call you Pickles. Directly in the upper right of you might be the best spot, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I might just do that because it has to move. Well, I was gonna see if I can move up one and then place it.
Oh, sure.
And then see if I can move back because it has to move at least one square to hit any of us.
That's
so
fine.
It'll have to move. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I just need to find something, some movement outward that I'm willing to get rid of. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay, so I will try and go as fast as possible.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and also both low on the initiative. Okay.
I think I'm just going to do a ranged attack for this first one. I'm not going to move up just yet.
Okay.
'cause This is
If you, are any of you,
I'll do that.
you said you guys are still stunning things, right?
yeah, I'm...
Okay.
Cause
Cool.
Range 2 stun, right? So that's still...
Yeah.
Okay.
Be aware that the ooze on the farthest right is an elite ooze. So he
Yeah.
has slightly...
He can spawn more oozes.
Yeah, he has double the health, which is why I'm trying to attack him. I'm prioritizing attacking him if I can.
Okay,
And
maybe
I'll try
I can...
and block off the left.
Maybe
Yeah,
I can
if you-
move up one and then stun him, and then if you can kill him...
Without trap... Oh, yeah. If you can stun anyone, stun one of the elites. If you can
Okay.
stun the ooze, that's probably the best bet. And hopefully the imps won't be crazy annoying.
Yeah. All of my stuff is like... Okay, I think
Is that a door behind all the pixies?
Yeah,
And so,
it
yeah.
is. All right, everyone's Mind Thief's
Okay,
turn.
that's great.
Cool. We go before the oozes, except Sam goes right after the imp, which is fine. I think that's fine.
Okay, I messed up on the. I keep forgetting the top and bottom thing.
Oh,
So I can't. I can stun the first one, but I can't stun the back one because I can't move. Oh wait, I can still move, right?
can you?
Yeah, you can. Well, if you get close, yeah.
If I
If
use
you do,
just
then
like
you can't.
the
if you-
walking thing uses like a bottom action.
Yeah, it uses the bottom.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah, correct. And the
All right.
attack, basic attack, uses the top. But stunning the elite. Well, let's see what the elite's about to do. The what are the monsters about to do? They are. What's their action?
Wouldn't you want to do...
Move 0, attack 3. Okay, range 4. Okay, so they're just hitting us with an attack 3, range 4. And the imps are attack 3, target 2, poisoning. So they're about to poison us. So Sam probably needs to do some healing after this. It's like,
Wouldn't you want to do Withering Claw first to get more attack? You get your poison
Yes.
and muddle?
Yeah, I was just
Yes,
checking the
do that
range.
first.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely do Withering Claw first. Oh, but it's on your melee attacks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, rip.
I'm sorry. On your melee attacks, add Muddle and Poison, and then he gets to make an attack 1, but he's not next to anything right now.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Still worth putting up your augment though.
I can stun the. Is it worth more to stun the front, like the front ooze, or the one of the front pixies? Because the
That's a good
pixie's about
question.
to attack. But if
So-
we stun the ooze, we can just kill it outright, and it won't split.
That's a good question. So the pixies have range 3, and they're going to want to position themselves to hit the 2 people with the lowest initiative.
So me and
So you and Sam. So they all can
they can all still
One,
hit me.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think I think that because the elite ooze is going to do an attack 3 versus they're all doing an attack 3 range.
I might
4.
have to use my cloak, just because I feel like they're all gonna just go right after me.
Well, they're either going to go after they're going to end up going after 2 of us regardless. So
It's
if-
range 2, so you're the only one currently in range of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
but they also have
after this.
but they also have a move 3.
Oh, rip.
And in their ability, it's actually a range 3. They have a range
Oh,
3
okay,
target
okay.
2 poison. So I think, Kevin, it's probably most beneficial to stun the imp elite because they're doing. They're
doing-
going to end up doing an attack of what's their damage? Their damage is 1. Oh, I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not awful. I don't think either is a bad call. Whether you stun the elite ooze or you stun the elite imp, I don't think it's a bad call either way. I think that it's going to be unavoidable. It'll be unavoidable that you and Sam are probably going to get poisoned. You and Pickles are going
Yeah.
to get poisoned.
Yeah.
Unless you cloak, and then the next person who would end up getting poisoned would be me, because I'm the next in the initiative. We would love for Geo to get poisoned, but his initiative is too high.
Yeah.
I'm just slow.
I think I'm gonna stun the ooze, and then we'll just try and just take him off the board since he can split.
Okay, that's
I think-
fine.
I think
Take him off the
that's-
board. I'm gonna try to go in guns a blazing. So, do the best you can.
Skip attack.
Attack the elite. Make sure you attack the elite, which is the farthest to the right.
It's only a range 2, unfortunately.
Oh,
That's
you
where I
have to
messed
do-
up because I thought I could,
would. Okay,
target the
in
imp.
that case, maybe you should go after the forest imp elite. Well, We do want to ultimately kill these things. They have 4 health. My attacks are doing... My Flame Strike, which I'm about to do, is doing attack 3. Yeah, I do an attack 3, so maybe just to make sure we kill an ooze, maybe you should just try to stun the ooze.
Yeah.